Hello, my spiritual beings. It is me, Clarissa, here on Spirituality TV. I welcome you to my channel, and I hope that your day has been amazing. Blessings and prosperities and abundance to all of you that are new to my channel and old. And if you are new, welcome. Hi, I thank you so much for visiting my channel today. Hopefully by the end of this video or right now, you definitely can. You subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any video that I post. I will be honest, I have not been as frequent with posting on this specific channel. I do have other channels, so I am getting better with that. So if you don't want to miss anything, especially with me not having a specific schedule for when I post, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okay, my beings, my spiritual beings, my soul sisters, soul brothers, my king and queens, empresses and emperors out there, we need to discuss something that has been resonating with me. Like everywhere I go, everywhere that I'm, traveling to, people that I'm bumping into, commercials, neighbors, random people have came across me talking about this specific topic. And another thing about this topic is that I've been getting these downloads, before I decided, I ended up having a conversation with someone that is a colleague of mine regarding the same topic. That's what I was going to say before I decided. But even before this conversation popped up, I was already having these thoughts, and I couldn't understand where they're coming from. So me and my colleague ended up having this whole full-on discussion regarding the Spanish flu and how the COVID-19 is, aligned with how the Spanish flu was, and how, the Great Depression, led us to, lose the gold standard on the dollar, and how the dollar kind of played effect and all that kind of stuff. Because before 1929, 1930, 1931-ish, the dollar was backed by gold. And then afterwards, is now just based off of inflation. It's based off of trust, us trusting the dollar to be used. So it gains its power from it being printed, and as it's being printed through the Federal Reserve, we're losing value from the dollar compared to us having it backed by a tangible object like gold or even silver for that matter. So where is this leading to? So basically, I have been noticing that we have gotten so used to using debit cards, and we are already in a digital kind of a currency state. Like, a lot of people carry cash, but a lot of people really do not carry cash. Like, people are not going to the bank and getting their checks in full-on cash and then divvying out their bills. They're letting the money sit on their card and using their card for all the purchases, all the bills, all that kind of stuff. So technically, you're using this currency as a digital currency, and the dollar is losing its value because we're not really using it as much as we were. Like the tangible asset of holding a dollar is not used as much as we used to use it, which does make it lose value. Again, the tangible asset of a cash dollar is not used as much. Okay, yes, somebody pays you from a dollar, and that digital number that they have in their account goes to your account, which is backed by a dollar. You can go to the store or go to the bank and get money from it. Okay, great. But technically, the transactions that you make for a lot of your purchases when you use your card are done digitally. So what's the point? How is this changing things in life? That's what I think about. Okay, so then I think, okay, now you just go into the store. You don't even have to swipe your card. You can just swoop. You can just forget the card. You don't even need cards anymore. You can just put your phone right there and boom, that's it. There's a chip that's on the card. The system picks up the chip, and then it just swipe it off. Your SD card, your SIM card. How do you think when the Wi-Fi in your SIM card is connected to be able to swipe, when you use your phone and you connect it with your Samsung Pay or Google Pay or Apple Pay or whatever Pay, it's through another chip. So we are really already, yeah, it kind of stresses me out. We are really already moving towards a cashless society. Okay, so how would a cashless society look? What's going to happen? What about the dollar? And these things that I'm thinking about, like what's going to happen to the dollar? Like, okay, do I have to have this form of currency? Now let's go backwards, right? Let's go backwards. When the Federal Reserve came out with the printing of the machines and money and all that, right? We were still backed by gold. So then they changed it to a standard that's not backed by gold. It's backed by faith and trust, right? So what happens to all the gold? They told people to cash in their gold for money, because you were not able to barter, you were not able to buy things, you weren't able to travel, you're basically not able to use gold anymore to live and survive and buy things. At one point in time, we could buy things with gold. Like I cannot walk into, Publix and say, here's a piece of gold, can I have this item? No, doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? So they said, cash in your gold, and we'll give you the dollar. People that kept their gold and people that had a lot of gold became the ones that were wealthy and rich. Okay, the banks, people that own banks became wealthy and rich. People that invested in banks became wealthy and rich. People that invested in the gold standards, is weird to say because they're telling you to cash in gold. People that invested in gold became rich and wealthy, right? Or nickel or silver, whatever. At this point, we're all talking about this cryptocurrency, and we got the Bitcoin, the Litecoin, the crypto coin, all these other different versions of coins and all that stuff. I'm just getting into it by all means. If you got some ideas on which cryptocurrencies to get into and which trying to invest in all that, please leave it down below in the comment section. I will definitely do my research on that. But we have all these different currencies that are digital currencies that are now coming out, right? So if we go into a cashless society, what's going to happen? Is this going to be just in the United States? No, this is going to be a worldwide digital currency, guys. A worldwide digital currency. A currency that no matter where you are, you can use it. So that, when I say like that, this is what I mean, right? If I take the US dollar and go to Britain or go to England or whatever, they will have to convert my dollar to pounds, right? This digital currency will be a currency that every country would use. And then based off of your dollar or their whatever currency system, whatever tangible currency system, based off of the tangible currency system, that's how you will be able to fluctuate the differences between the digital currency and the currency. Because in order to have a currency, you have to have something that's behind it, right? So, and what I mean by that is, say for instance, you live in Britain or England or whatever, and you go to the pound. It's not that you won't be able to use your pound. You'll have to just pay for things like more. Say for instance, they say, oh, for the digital currency, it will be, let's say $1 for a pop, right? Okay, with that dollar, you now spend with pounds $3, $4, $5, $6. You understand what I'm saying? $7 more in order to buy that item. And eventually it's going to get so expensive to the point that you won't be able to use the tangible currency. You're going to just have no choice but to get the digital currency. Now, how are they going to convert all of this tangible currency into digital currency? People are already purchasing Bitcoin. People are already purchasing all of these coin items. People are already purchasing this. And that's my thing. It's like, if people don't purchase this, how would they even get to the point to even be able to do that? Like, I don't get it. Like, honestly, I'm not really understanding. I'm leaving this up to you. All I know is I do see in the front that we are moving into a cashless society. All the details that come about it, if y'all want to discuss it with me, please let me know. Like, I need, like, when this is the thing, this channel, if you're not watching any of my videos on this channel, you're new, I say every video, we are here to help each other along this spiritual journey. So all I can do is express myself in a way where I am doing my best to give information that I know needs to be discussed, but I am not going to sit here and tell you that I'm a know-it-all, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I know everything about the things that are downloaded to me. And I'm not going to tell you I know everything about the things that are manifested in my reality for me to take heed to. All I can do is try to express myself in a way that you guys can get knowledge, and you guys can come along the journey, and maybe you guys can help me along my path as well, because I know we're moving towards a cashless society. And you know what else that I thought about? The other thing I thought about is being that we've been getting all across the world, we've been getting these stimulus checks, whatever they call it other places, I don't know, but we've been getting the stimulus checks in America, right? And the first thing I think of is, where is this money coming from? Where is this money coming from? Somebody told me that maybe at this point in time, they're really just trying to give out as much cash as they can to basically push the digital currency more and more and more. I don't know about that. I do know one thing. I know that once everything blows over, we're going to have to pay all this back some way, somehow, in some kind of form of tax. I don't know. Unless something changes or whatever, I don't know. But there, like, nothing is free in this world. That's all I'm gonna say. Nothing is free. So either they're paying us back money that we already deserved to get, baby, or they're giving us money and then it's gonna tax us on the money that they're giving us, which is already our money to begin with. And then we're going to still pay that back some way or another. So I don't know. What do y'all think? What are your opinions on that? What are your opinions on that? And I'm going to do another video on this, but I came across this thing, what is this saying? I came across something yesterday. It is called Nasara and Jasara. Nasara or Jasara, however you say it. Nasara and Jasara, or Nasara and Jasara. If y'all ever heard about that, let me know, because I was doing some research about cashless societies, and I was also I'm telling you, downloads people. See, the universe will send you angels and people along your journey. And I was thinking, and I'm like, because after the conversation I had with my colleague, I'm like, okay, so then where does this leave us? If we do go to a cashless society, if they do tax us, if this, if that, if this, if that, if cryptocurrency is now the new form of currency, how would that affect the entire world? All of this, all of that, right? And then I came across this neighbor when I was taking my walk yesterday, and me and her had a nice 30-minute conversation, and it was like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. So we ended up talking about Nasara and Jasara, Nasara and Jasara, however you say. You guys know what I'm talking about. And we end up chatting it up about that topic, and it kind of brought me back to the topic of the digital currency. Whereas, say for instance, worldwide, because of your social, because of your birth certificate, you are technically your own corporation. People don't understand that you are your own company. Your name in itself is a company. That's why you pay taxes to the government for your name. Okay, the same way how you go and you get a business ID, a business tax ID, and you pay taxes on that business name. It's the same way how you can have a business and just use your name. You do not need a business EIN. You do not need a business EIN to have a business. You can just use your name. And honestly, anything that you do on the side that's more than $600, you're supposed to claim on your taxes as well. Okay? You are a business. You don't need a business name to have a business. The only reason why you have a business name is to separate if there's any tax issues, if there's any, bankruptcy problems, if there's any, levies, any of that stuff, because when you start getting into business, you get, you don't need more money depending on what kind of business you have. And so you're going from being a personal loan to a business loan, which is, sometimes weighted differently, all that stuff. But technically, to be technical, you don't need a business EIN or a tax ID, anything like that, to have a business. You can just use your name because you are a business, right? So basically, the discussion was, because you are a business, you with your social and your birth certificate, basically you have a trust fund. You have a trust fund. Every person that's on this earth as a United States citizen, and I'm pretty sure everywhere else, but I don't want to speak on things I don't know about, but for sure in the USA, with a birth certificate and a social, you have, you know, money basically sitting in an account. You have money sitting in this account, like a trust fund, from your birth certificate and from your social. For those of you that have gotten some more details about that, please let me know down below. Let me know. Come on, let's chat about this. Let's help each other out, y'all. So basically, Nasara and Jasara is basically saying is, you know, the moving into the new world where everybody is one. The whole world is one. It's an entirely new world order correctly and put into effect where everybody can live as one, and everybody's able to get this, you know, release of funds to be able to live and survive. Now, I can understand that in a digital currency sense, so therefore you don't have to sit there and give somebody cash. They have an account that they can withdraw from, which is a digital currency account, which they can now use to make purchases and live and survive. And also, Nasar and Jasar was basically saying, because of how the government is set up, basically is corrupt and is fake, that technically when you buy a house or you buy a car and it's through a bank, that's technically not true debt. So that means that all the debt for your cars, for your houses, for whatever you took out a loan from the bank specifically from, you technically don't have to pay back. The taxes on that, you don't have to pay back. Everything else you don't have to pay because of Nasara and Jasara. And at first I was like, what is she talking about? But then I've been doing my research and I'm like, what? This is some itch scratch real stuff. And I just honestly, I never heard of any of this stuff until yesterday, right? And I know there's people out there that know about this stuff, that don't talk about it, because some people might be thinking you're a little off, but let me tell you something. You're not a little off. People believe in unicorns and stuff and mermaids. Mermaids are real. And they don't understand that, you know, we put faith and trust in a piece of paper, but Nasara and Jasara we don't want to talk about. You know, people talk about money all day, but Nasara and Jasara and the fact of freedom, real freedom, ultimate freedom, and living in a world where we are not controlled by, you know, these rules, and the domination of life is so far-fetched to believe. Like that's how you know we've been mentally enslaved, because these topics are not discussed on the regular. And when you start talking about these kind of things, people look at you kind of weird. And it's like, well, you'll talk about Kim Kardashian all day, all the things that are supposed to be put out there to distract you from your higher self. You know, you'll talk about all freaking day. But then the stuff that we need to discuss, the stuff that we need to talk about, the stuff that needs to be expressed to the world, nobody wants to listen to, nobody wants to discuss, nobody wants to talk. And when I'm telling y'all, this stuff, Nasara and Jasara, a cashless society where we have a full right to this pool of money that can literally have everybody in a piece of life. Like, do you guys understand that the whole world has trillions, quadrillions, money on money on money on money. Every single person can get a piece of money and millions of dollars. Everybody in this world can get millions. Every single person on this earth can get millions, I tell you, and live like however you want to live. Doesn't mean the whole world goes into shambles. No, people still have things. People still have likes. People still have needs. People still have things they want to accomplish and do in life. They just now are comfortable. They're not struggling. They're not poor. They're not stressed. You're going to live longer. You're going to be happier. This can be our reality. Like this, honestly, soon enough. And the issue is people are not going to understand when the movements get towards this type of reality. People are not going to understand because they've been so conditioned to be meek, like a sheep, be meek, follow the motions, be a zombie. So now it's like, okay, no government. What am I going to do? How am I going to live? Oh my gosh, like all people go into a frenzy. But if you think about it, you should be able to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And of course, they're gonna still be somebody in control over each, like how we have governors. You understand? Of course, in every state, there's gonna be somebody that's, you know, over control and all that stuff. But the fakery of the politics that we've experienced on a country level, as the United States as a whole, will cease. You know, you actually do pick the mayor in your city. When it comes out to the governor, we come out to some senators, we come out to some politicians and some presidents. It is not, I said some, not all, but it's not like that. A lot of things are tainted. A lot of things are fixed, okay? A lot more. Honestly, I believe that every president that was a president knew they were going to be president before they even became a president. That's just my opinion. I feel like you are chosen. That's my opinion. I mean, that's my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but that's my opinion, guys. So I kind of laid a couple of topics around this video, but I think that this needs to be discussed. I want you to definitely let me know your opinions. Let me know the discussions that you're thinking about. Let me know if you, let me know your thoughts. Like, this is what I've been thinking about. This is what I've been discussing. And I know I'm not crazy. I know that there's things that are happening. And if you are not paying attention and have your third eye, let me rub your third eye, your third eye open and willing to accept evolution, you're going to get left behind. Because all this is going to happen regardless. But just because somebody has all the money or all the access to funds to do certain things does not mean that people will live a happy life or live the life to their fullest or even understand what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, because I mean, of course you have to find a right way to access it and all that kind of stuff. And people have been doing, like, this government stuff has been happening where people are randomly getting these $1 million trust funds, $2 million trust fund, $500,000 trust funds, all this stuff like that, and you don't know, you know, where it's coming from. And the trick is, if you're going to get all this money, what are you going to do with it and how are you going to flip it? How are you going to make more from it? You know, okay, it's a lot that I've been thinking about. Yeah, I've been hearing there's going to be a shutdown for 3 days, 10 days, a complete blackout. But a blackout does not mean a blackout. It could just mean a shutdown for the banks. You know, and it's coming. It's coming. Mark my words. See, I believe I am a light worker, okay? I was sent to this earth to give messages to people, to help my energy extend to the next dimension and dimensions that are above. And I believe that there's other people that are out there that, one, know they also are light workers, two, know that they have these guardian angels like myself and they ignore them, and three, people out there that need people like you, me, and everybody else around them, right? And so when I'm talking to people, I say people, you guys are people, and I hope this bill does get to a reach where it's beneficial. But I'm telling you guys, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So either you need to prepare yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, or you're going to still go through the same thing and be in shambles and be like those people, those zombies and those sheeps that are going to be in a frenzy while you sitting back on your crown and you're with your crown, sitting back looking at them like, fool, we try to warn you. Like Moses. You don't realize in the Bible, and I'm not religious, I'm very spiritual, but in the Bible, I always talk about Moses or people that try to warn people about situations that's happening, about the future, about this, about that, and nobody listened until it was too late. And then it's like, oh, they were right. So I'm just trying to tell you, you've been warned. You've been warned. And this is a good warning. This is a positive warning. This is like a yes baby warning. Like, we're about to be on it warning. Like, this is change. Everybody's always afraid of change. No matter what you do in life, it's going to be change. You cannot stay 3 forever. You cannot stay 60 forever. You cannot stay 25 forever. And you can't stay 50 or 60 forever either. You understand what I'm saying? So change is inevitable. You have to evolve. And when you see the signs of evolution, don't fight it. Learn Start to do your research. Start to get prepared. Those that are prepared always see through positively. Those that come to a situation unprepared always see things through negatively and get negative outcomes. You cannot go to a driving test unprepared and not knowing how to drive, and then you start to get in the car and drive and you fail the driving test and crash into a pole. You gotta at least know how to drive. You gotta at least have to play at least a driving game. Maybe you went and got a driving test and you never put your foot on a pedal or whatever this thing called, the gear shifter, but at least you played a game or two. Maybe you have an idea. So you gotta at least do some research to have some form of idea of what's coming next, instead of being blindsided and not being prepared for what's bound to happen. So with that being said, I told y'all a lot of things, honestly, that I needed to speak out into the world, into existence, into you, whoever's watching this. And if you made it to 25 and 55 minutes and seconds on this video, I greatly appreciate it. Clip parts that you think that are good, send to your friends and family, post it on social media. I mean, just do what you have to do, because at the end of the day, we are here for a reason. These clothes, jewelry, all of this stuff is a distraction. You can have heaven on earth, and through Nasara and Jasara, that's a prime way to do it. And yes, some things you gotta elevate your brain to get to. You have to elevate yourself. Some people will not be able to get all the full effects of what's going to happen in the next world or so, in next time or so, because people are elevating, so you got to elevate yourself too. You got to drink your water, eat your vegetables. And when I say eat your vegetables, just because it's organic, that means organic. And I'm not saying that I eat all the things organic too, but I do try my best to eat as healthy as I can. I pay attention to the weapon in my body, and I drink hella water. I mean, I do. I flush my system, detox myself. That's the best I can do in the world that I live in. I don't live on a farm. Those that live on a farm, lucky for you. I don't. I live in the city. I don't live in a farm. So my food is on as organic as it can get. And even then, I still feel like the organic food is still processed in some way, somehow. So you got to make sure that you're doing things to care your body and flush your system of all the detox and negative things that are within the foods, one. And two, make sure you flush your mind and flush your brain, detoxify your brain, meditate, speak negative out and positive in. You understand what I'm saying? Get all the negative out and get all the positive in that you can get. Really focus on yourself and focus on elevating your mind to the highest state that it can be. And evolution's happening, guys. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching this video to the end of this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, leave comments down below. Make sure you also, if you would like to, follow me on Instagram at KS Spirituality TV. All my links will be down below. If you would like to follow me or have any questions or whatever, you can always email me. Oh wait, is it KS Spirituality TV on my Instagram? No, it's Spirituality TV on my Instagram. My email is ksspiritualitytv@gmail.com. So yeah, if you want to reach out to me on any kind of correspondence, social media, anything like that, please do. I'm here for you. I'm here for me. I'm here for we, and we are all here to gain as much knowledge and as much understanding to be able to evolve to the highest level of nirvana and peace and love and abundance and prosperity and acceptance and just that happy place that we can be. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's about it. I laid a lot out. I thank you so much, and I will see you guys on my next video. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye, guys.